Yes, sir. Yes, sir. People, bring it on in. Bring it on in. Hey, got us another little action-packed day. Some information from Lou versus Wall Street. He's got a OTC play that he's got a lot of his followers going into. I've already actually been in that OTC play that he's calling because we've been day trading, like I've been mentioning to y'all each and every single day. This is the reason why I do like Lou, is because he's pushing y'all to what I've been referring to the whole time, where you've got to be able to kind of adapt and go into what we've been doing each morning is retail. Real apes, which is swing trading a bunch of these plays that are down here. I'm in the ARM IPO. Got my receipt, obviously, to show that I was in this play before he mentioned it. But like I said, he is putting y'all on to something decent. But we're going to review some key levels of that. Review key levels of AMC like I posted in the last video. There's going to be a small little bit of upside, but still the overall was downside. The time has not come yet for that pump up or that jump up that's going to happen. But like I told y'all how I'm playing it, I'm trying to catch it at the lowest point before I reestablish a new position, try to do a little run up on that. Got some breaking news from XRP, got some zesty news with Tesla, and I think that'll be it. That's what we're going to cover in that video, guys. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Yeah. Nope.
Breaking news, a bunch of big three auto executives are making all kinds of headlines right now. They're hitting the tape at the moment for General Motors. With just 8 hours and 19 minutes before the strike deadline, Ford is saying that the odds are very...
And mind you guys, just as the conference of what's understanding, y'all obviously going to come into play. There's a UAW strike that's about to happen with the major auto producers. Ford, General Motors, I think they said Stellantis, somebody else as well. This is possibly going to cause ripple effects, could be black swan event, but y'all also know how this thing goes in this media, so we're going to see. But like I said, they're saying that this could spill off and get way worse if a deal isn't met here before this. I think it's midnight today.
Very high for a targeted strike by the UAW,
so like 6
and
hours.
that it has not heard a counteroffer from the union yet. General Motors is saying that it made another offer to the United Auto Workers Union to hike wages by 20% and remains in talks to cut a deal. All right, as the clock winds down and the union's 4-year contract expires tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, this would be the first ever simultaneous strike against Detroit's big three automakers, GM, Ford, and Stellantis. UAW President Shawn Fain came out swinging during a Facebook Live yesterday. Listen to how he put it.
We're likely going to have to take action. And just as we have approached our negotiations differently than we have in the past, we are preparing to strike these companies in a way they've never seen before.
This man talking like this is
war.
The
main UAW demands, they would like up to 40% in wage increases, a 32-hour work week with 40 hours of pay, restored cost of living pay raises, ending pay tiers for factory jobs, and pension increases for retirees. According to More Perfect Union, GM, Ford, and Stellantis churned out a combined $31 billion.
You want a 32-hour work week, but get paid for 40 hours. You want a 40% pay increase. Cost of living raise, in addition to the 40% pay increase. Entire wage structure, which I guess would be like some type of retirement, and pensions increase for retirees. Crazy.
In free cash flow in 2022, and the union says share some of that pie. As we look at the automakers, which are flat to just slightly lower right now, joining me in a First on Fox Business interview is Morningstar Research U.S. Autos equity analyst David Whiston. David, suddenly these executives are talking. They're out there at the Detroit Auto Show. They're saying, we tried, or we're trying. Is this politics? What's really happening here?
Well, I think what's really happening is both sides are very far apart from each other, and not just on one issue like wages. There's so much more to all this.
Yeah, with those wages, demands up there, they want everything.
Temps, things like that, and as your graphic showed. I'm sure both sides are saying they're always willing to talk, but neither side really seems to want to say what the other one wants to hear. And at this point, in that video you played from UAW President Fain, he announced there is a big rally in downtown Detroit this Friday at 5 p.m., and it's featuring Senator Bernie Sanders. So it seems pretty clear that both sides are heading to a strike at this point, and it will be the first ever one at all three which creates a lot of interesting dynamics.
Who gets hit harder? Is it the automakers or the auto workers, if this does come to pass? Because they'll start with a different type of strategy, Sean Fain said, where they will target certain plants that make the engines. And so therefore,
I always wonder, so if they pull a strike together, does that mean that everybody is just forced to join into the strike? Are people still going to be working while there's a certain people outside of the strike? And do you get fired for joining the strike?
Other plants where they're not
they got a
striking
union,
yet
but
will not have engines, so they'll be completely gummed
these people
up.
have no mask.
Right. He's calling this a stand-up strike in an homage to the sit-down strikes of the 1930s. It's effectively a bottleneck strike, or targeted strikes is another word that gets used out there. You shut what'll probably happen is they'll announce tonight certain key powertrain plants are getting going on strike immediately. A great example is GM's Romulus, Michigan powertrain plant, because it supplies V6 engines and 10-speed transmissions to 5 different GM assembly plants, 4 of which are in the United States. And then over time, the UAW's plan is to keep adding to that strike, or have people stand up and go strike, answer the call. And then eventually, in theory, you could have everyone on strike. They're doing it that way, I think. Well, they say it's to maintain flexibility, but another big reason is, frankly, their strike fund just isn't going to last very long if everybody goes on strike at once.
Yeah, it is not going to be a good situation for either side, I would think. But here's who is benefiting at the moment. We were just looking at the commercial break. Both Toyota and Honda shares hitting a 52-week high today. Do you see an opportunity in other stock names where they will at least be able to churn out vehicles on their assembly lines because they are not unionized?
Tesla.
Yeah, and that's the tricky part to all this. I mean, initially in a shorter strike, it's very much advantage anyone who's does not have UAW representation. So that's Tesla and basically all the transplants operating in the U.S. A very long strike, though, could have ramifications far beyond Michigan and far beyond the Midwest and just the Detroit 3, because of how it impacts the suppliers.
Go ahead and pop that banger up there.
It's not going to be a big supplier like a Lear or Magna that's going to get shut down by this, but there could be some very random tier 2, tier 3 supplier that supplies not just to the tier 1 suppliers to Detroit 3, but tier 1 suppliers for everyone, all the transplants. And in that scenario, you could be looking at the whole industry getting shut down. I mean, that's not necessarily the base case scenario, but it could certainly work out that way. I mean, another way to play it, if you're an investor, is the dealers. In particular, Penske Automotive Group, they have virtually no Detroit 3 exposure at all. So as long as the rest of the supply chain keeps going, they're not going to be impacted by this much at all.
David,
put a little tech in your tech and stop playing around. Like I said, guys, I've been screaming this from the rooftops and the hilltops. Tech is going to be the thing that's going to lever your money and carry through. As things small off and they're shaving as we go through this reset and these headwinds, Tesla is going to shine bright, and Tesla is going to be one of those investments, no financial advice or not financial advice, that you're going to regret that you didn't go into at these banger prices. You missed 100, you missed 150, 160, 170, 200. Here we are about to be clipping up to 300. And this is still nothing on the price. This is how you start building that generational wealth, is by accumulating those shares and setting up for the next stock split. You understand? Whiston. You got 10 shares. They do another 4 for 1. Well, now you got 40 shares. You understand?
We'll be watching it. We are now 8 hours and 15 minutes away from the deadline to reach a deal. And Fox Business and foxbusiness.com will be getting everybody headlines as they hit the tape. Thank you very much.
Well. Hopefully we don't have a riot that incites out here. Let's see here. All right. Making sure that's on the right thing down there. Beautiful. All right, let's double tap and pull on in through, guys. Looking at a couple charts. Like I said, we got some information packed up in here for us. AMC currently sitting at $8.16. Closed at $8.14, down about we'll just call it a 1%. Again, following that pump of highs in pre-market, where it ran all the way up to $99.31 before tracing all the way back down and giving up those gains. Like I said, guys, there is a pop that's going to come, but I just personally, especially by what I'm seeing in the charts, don't see it in the immediate term, that jump happening. Now, the jump's going to happen if I were to make a guesstimation. we're looking at a little bit to the latter part of this year before there's that everything smooths out as far as all the things that they're offering and all the sales being done and everything kind of being balanced out before we start to see fundamental movement. Because like I said, we are still highly up under shorting, and we can tell that. I thought I already had this pulled up. We can tell that because short interest is now up to 16.32, so slowly climbing back up. Like I said, far off the numbers we had before, but still to say that our short interest is climbing again whilst up under that verse tells you everything you need to know. Free float on loan 18.14%, shares on loan 28.62%, days to cover 2.54, with a cost to borrow of 5.97%, with an 83.58% utilization. Like I said, guys, there is a pump to come. I don't see it in a recent time, but in the comparison of time frame is going to be soon, the next 2 months, 3 months type of action, like I said. And I'm just waiting to see the opportunity where I can get them low. If they bring that thing down to the sweet $2, $3, I'm gonna hit, boop, create a new position. Like I said, just lock that away and let that ride up for that pump back up. That, like I said, if we hit 20, 30, 40, 50, which would be the equivalent of $15 prior to reverse split, that's still a hell of a run up from $2 or $3. So like I said, guys, I'm gonna be making my money out of that, but that's just me. No financial advice. Everybody does their own thing. Put on through. AA has released a note finally. The owl has awakened. I'm delighted to share this extremely important news with all of you. AMC has successfully raised $325 million of new equity capital through the issuance of the 40 million shares via our at the market equity raise, which started September 6th and which now has been completed. This material increase to our cash position means that any talk of immediate or imminent financial collapse right now by AMC is mute. We still have many challenges, including Hollywood must resolve the current actors and writers strike, but regardless, AMC is now a much stronger company given our increased level of cash. Like you, the coming together of AMC common and preferred stock, along with the reverse split in August, decreased both my number of owned and granted but uninvested AMC shares units. So I currently have an economic interest in more than 800,000 AMC shares rather than 8 million AMC shares of 8 unit previously. He's trying to make it seem like he went through the same pain as retail, mind you. Those shares were given to him, so it was nowhere near the same comparison as you stealing all of our money. In turn, that means I personally experienced the great pain felt by AMC shareholders at the recent decline in our stock price. Looking to our clearly having extended AMC viability. Looking though to our clearly, is that a typo? Am I tripping? Looking though, trying to say through to our clearly. All right, no, that's a mess up on their part. Having extended AMC viability. It is comforting to know that AMC has strengthened our company by so significantly increasing our cash on hand. The guy comes out and basically tries to say that he experienced the same pain as retail, and basically is thanking y'all for allowing him to ramsack y'all and take money to cash him up another $300 million at the cost of retail investors' bank accounts. How beautiful is that? Putting on through. That was our segment of AMC, guys. And like I said, I already told you my expectations. I expect the bump to come. I'm just looking for the best price to dive in. AA is a snake. It all still stands. I don't trust the word that man says. And they still have 300, 400 million shares available. So that's a quick type of thing. That's a quick type of occurrence. Putting on through. Actually, and while we're up here, the play that Lou was talking about was AVTX. And currently it's sitting at 1950. Guys, I must warn anybody that's partaking in this. I don't know if you are partaking in this. This is why I've been slow to bring this to my channel yet, because like I said, do not come into these trades, these morning trades, these day trades, these sweet trades, these high volatility, high risk trades, trying to do some diamond hand thing. You need to be able to get in and get out looking at our support, just if you're coming to this stock, 17.38 or 17.40 is a level support we've had as this stock tends to retrace back to it. I was in this stock this morning before he even mentioned. I don't know if y'all know, but we had a 60%, 70% run up this morning pre-market before coming down and closing basically a negative 2%. It was a crazy thing to watch. And now we're in the after hours watching it pop and tweet. But like I said, I've got a very quick eye on this. Like I said, that break 17, I'm out. And like I said, here's my stamp of approval, just showing y'all. Like I said, I'm in at 21.96 is where I bought in on the 13th. So yesterday, just pulling that through there. So you're gonna be like, you're copying. I've been doing me, and I've been telling y'all about what I'm doing. And now Lou is also coming on and saying the same thing. Because like I said, there's money to be made in this market. I know that I hear a lot where Lou's like, I'm done with the stock market. I'm not leaving the stock market. I'm in the crypto markets, but I'm not leaving the stock market. You just got to know how to play the game with the stock market. You got to understand there's a certain amount of studying. There's a market sentiment. There's a understanding people sentiment, the emotions, a trader, human, all that stuff comes in, and as far as making you the maximized player. But like I said, we're in this. I'm still expecting a pump because y'all guys basically are coming in after our little dip. That was before, he let that information be known around like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So like I said, I expect there to be a pump up because there'll be a lot of people from this channel coming in and buying. So I still see that pump up happening there. And like I said, just this pre-market, we ran up to 35%. So we're trying to see those numbers. Key levels, 25%, which is a hard one. That was a previous support. Obviously, we've broken down below it, but we'll be looking at that level. Breaking past 25 is what slingshot us up to 35. So like I said, just for those that are dibbling in that play, pull on through. Tech tycoons combined with net worth of roughly $550 billion gathered in the same room today for a Senate forum on the future regulation of AI per Bloomberg. Just so everybody knows, AI is here and is here to stay. There's that boy. Seems crazy. We got that. Microsoft CEO, okay. Mark's up. These are some of the guys that run the world in the social space. And just so everybody understands, if you're not investing in tech, you're going to get left behind. Tech is the thing that's going to lever you through this great generational wealth transfer. Do not play with yourself. Put it on through. Breaking news, XRP. Major exchange launches bank transfers and payment using XRP. A digital platform and exchange Uphold. I love them boys. Love you, Uphold. That's where I buy my XRP from. Hey, go click the link. Go get us some free shares from Uphold. Also, I like to use my Ballot wallet. It is my preferred crypto storage. If you're buying these cryptos and you're not taking them off the exchange, you are going to get FTX. Do not play around with your money, your assets, and your thoughts. This takes a little bit of effort. Get the $30. It'll be, with my discount, it's $30. Get the Ballot wallet. Quick, smooth, upload your XRP, put it away. You don't have to worry about it being scammed because it's a true cold storage wallet that is not online, but you can send your stuff online. It's brought online once you go to the Ballot website, put the passphrase and the patch code in there. That's when you can bring it online to send things off, but you can only send things on until it's brought online. Put it through. Exchange Uphold has launched an instant withdrawal feature for XRP and other directly into a bank account. According to the announcement yesterday, Uphold users can utilize the feature to withdraw their XRP funds directly to their bank accounts. Guys, are y'all hearing this? Are y'all hearing this? XRP is about to thought me up. Jeez. Breaking news. Ripple begins buying back XRP as institutional investors require more XRP for the RippleNet on-demand liquidity payment system. Ripple awaits departure of retail investors and welcomes heavy institutional investors. Guys, so while things have been stalled out and sitting, understand what's going on in the background. This massive implementation is coming on. 2024 is going to change the whole game. It's going to change the whole game. Do not miss out on it. I've been screaming. I'll give y'all dimes of information on here. Appreciate the people stopping through. Obviously, our numbers have dwindled a little bit as things occur with AMC and things like that. Everybody pops up when it's just specifically AMC video. But when we talking about real things, numbers are deplete, but that's all right. We're talking to the family people, member that are actively in this and actively trading. We bring in information, bang information, real information every single day. That's what we on. All right, put it on through. Again, breaking news. Largest bank in Japan officially reveals XRP lending for institutions. And obviously you'll see down here whatever percentage that is and whatever this is in Chinese. Basically, this is their holding of XRP. And this is what do they say? This is a bank, one of the largest banks in Japan officially reveals their lending. So now they will be lending XRP. And I guess they're saying that they're either borrowing it at 0.1% or they're lending it at 0.1%. But interesting enough, this is how it's going on. One guy down. This is great news. Hey, guys, big things unfolding. Pulling on through. Just for explanation of what kind of, y'all saw the markets kind of waving up and down yesterday and ended there. I understand there was CPI numbers that came out. And they also confirmed that the numbers came out a little bit hotter. So inflation hit at a 3.7%. I think that's total inflation or core inflation. Expectation was that's up from 3.2%, up to 3.7%, which is showing inflation rising a little bit again. Energy prices at 5.6% as an increase, and then average hourly earnings declined 0.5%. So like I said, this was slightly hot, but it's not really what we want to see. Obviously, this is going to spark back up the whole queue of the be scared of hikes and other guys. Do not get caught up in the short term. Think 5-10 years down the line, all right? The greatest generational wealth transfer is happening. This is how they keep playing with the most of the market, is with releasing information that, again, has no relevancy to the stock market. But put it on through. Tesla, breaking news, very interesting news. Tesla China is finally looking to launch its full self-driving in China for the first quarter of next year, 2024. Significant progress expected. Guys, all crossroads are pointing to early 2024 as the Zestalomil, the El Toaster Strudel. All right. It's looking like that early portion, that first quarter, the second quarter of 2024 is going to continue that bull rally that was occurring and has been kind of like paused off since realistically, maybe like the middle of the third quarter. We still have price move, but everything was kind of pumping up to that point. Like I said, we saw the dip from Tesla being at 100. The move from 100 to 250 happened in those first three quarters. All right. So put on through. I think that's everything. Yep. That's everything. Listen, guys, much love to y'all boys. Y'all know we're going to keep bringing them bangers, guys. If y'all find the information helpful, make sure y'all, one, subscribe, and two, make sure you like it. We keep bringing this information in, bringing it into the family, bringing it into our community, and like I said, helping us to evolve as traders. We are an evolving retail investor going out here to get our cash. And like I said, I made that venture maybe like about a year and 6 months ago, before when I deleveraged my position of AMC a bit to where I go off and started my long term. Then I started flipping that up, started getting to day trading a little bit because at first I was like, what should I do? Then I kind of realized, hey, wait a minute, retail is down there each and every single morning. The same Reddit, Wall Street bets people, all of those are in there in the mornings pushing these plays. Those that are in ATVX, go look at the feeds if you're on Webull. You'll see retail in there chatting and saying their plans and thoughts and sentiment, stuff like that. So like I said, guys, that's what we're going to do. We are getting to thoughts and yeah. So not only are we bringing the entertainment, not only bringing the education, but we also going to bring some results. Like I said, we're trying to get rich over here. We getting money. That's what the thing is. Getting money together. But guys, much love to y'all boys. Y'all hold it down. I appreciate everything y'all do. I appreciate y'all showing up. And like I said, the content going to keep rolling, baby. But until next time, y'all know what's next, don't you? DJ B Money. Just go ahead and drop that track. Yes, sir!